This month on the 11th, a writer named Sarah shares the story of a false accusation of sexual misconduct. And then her inbox is flooded with hundreds of other people saying they too have been falsely accused. A professor, a federal government whistleblower, a candidate for sheriff. What responsibility does she have to these other stories, these other people? Was it her role to decide who's telling the truth? That's this month on the 11th, a new podcast from Pineapple Street Studios.
Don't!
This is one of old Hollywood's wildest scandals.
A story about my grandparents, film producer Walter Wanger, and actress Joan Bennett. I'm Vanessa Hope.
And I'm Karina Longworth. Together with Vanity Fair and Cadence 13, we'll tell this untold story, a film noir played out in real life.
Introducing Love is a Crime. Tune in at listen.vanityfair.com/loveisacrime.
Or wherever you get your podcasts.
Dan, is this a live radio show or is this a recorded radio show?
At the moment, I'm wishing it was recorded. But no, we are live. We are live.
That's a really good point. That's a really good point. Some things happen.
Yeah.
Okay. Colonel David Hunt, again, la-di-da, putting my shoulder back in socket. I've been doing this since 1990. Is no doubt one of my 20 favorite guests. Number one, I feel fortunate that a man who served our country for as long as he did and has so much respect within the military is willing to come on my show dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of times. He also is never afraid to either praise or criticize either party or anybody within leadership. And whether you heard him with me at the Fan or here, you know he's still plugged in. And you know he's also funny when we talk about items away from military, including his love of Boston sports and needling of us. So Dan confirms with Colonel Hunt just before the show. Just calls him right now, and Dan, take over. How did the conversation go?
Well, he seemed very distracted when I called him, which is not super unusual. He's usually very brusque, I guess you could say, when you get him on the phone.
He's intimidating.
Without question. Oh no, I'm terrified of the man. I'm flat out. I'm not going to lie.
Every producer I've ever worked with is always like, okay.
Yeah.
Because
flat out
they
terrified.
know he's such a good guest, but they know, he might be in one of those moods.
Yeah.
Where, I mean, he's a colonel, man. He sounds like a tough guy, and he is a tough guy.
Every bit of it. So he picked up this time and seemed distracted, and I'm like, sir, I've got Chad Hartman standing by, and he's like, well, how long you need? How long is this going to go? And I said, well, we'd probably go about 10 minutes, the usual time. And I hear him talking to somebody off the phone, and he comes back, he goes, I got a bridge dental thing. I can't do it. I went, okay, we'll try again another time, sir. Okay.
So if it was another guest, you may have tried to cajole him a little bit, try to convince. But with Colonel Hunt?
Nope, not at all. Nope. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. May I have another, sir?
Exactly.
Whatever you want, sir.
I think your decision was right there. And then he's got a bridge, right? It's not like he's available at 2 then. It's not like he's available at 2:35. Plus, we got things locked in at 2:05. And dose of Devin. God knows what we would do to Devin if we moved Devin to 1:30.
Well, and actually, Devin's en route right now and texting me that there's some sort of traffic issue. So
of course there is.
So now, actually, Colonel just texted me. He says it's a dental emergency, and I'm in the chair as we speak.
Oh.
So apparently this was something that sprung up on him.
Oh,
late,
yeah.
So.
Those are words. What else? Because we're going to talk Afghanistan here, but give me words through a text. And we have talked a lot of Afghanistan already. You can podcast this show anytime you'd like with the Odyssey app. You can go to WCCRadio.com/Chad. I finally come around to this Odyssey or Intercom idea. I guess it's starting Intercom, where we, instead of broadcasting the entire show or hour by hour. It's segment by segment. So let's say you like one segment or you like two segments, but you're bored with the other four. Don't listen to them. You can pick and choose. WCCORadio.com/Chad or WCCORadio.com or the Odyssey app or Odyssey.com. You can find it. What are words that either you offer them up or they're offered up to you that you just don't want to hear? Now, we both have the same dentist, yes. Lee Lira. Lee is not only my dentist, he's my friend.
He's a 10 of a human being.
He's a 10. I have... Okay, don't even start with me with the text. I have a gag reflex issue. Okay, don't start. Okay, just don't start. Don't start. Or be funny. Okay, just be funny. Go ahead. 651-989-9226. The dentist is not the most pleasant experience for me because of that. Even though I love Lee, he is my friend, and everybody there is so kind, so I still avoid it. So emergency dental work is one of the last things I ever want to hear.
Not good.
How about gastrointestinal issue?
Yeah, that's bad too.
Oh, God.
That's bad too.
I would rather have gastrointestinal issues than emergency dental work. You should see me with my gagging thing. I mean, it's...
Can we just take your word for it? I'd rather just take your word for it if that's okay.
Want me to do it again?
No.
Want me to simulate that again?
Please don't. Please. Please.
That's how bad the gag thing is for me. Like when they have to check the x-rays, not good.
I actually had
Carter, how are you with the
dental assistant?
Adam, how are you with the dentist? And we'll get to Dan here.
I go too infrequently, and that's one of, like bring it back to Who's Your Daddy? The dentist is my daddy.
Yeah, that's Dan. Can we play Who's Your Daddy again? Get Who's Your Daddy? Because I should have put this out yesterday. My dentist is my friend. I've also never met a nicer guy on the planet. His staff is phenomenal, and the dental experience is still this to me.
I mean, what can I say? Just tip my hat and call the Yankees my daddies.
Still is. Gastrointestinal issues. Adam, you're not. Somebody says painful rectal itch.
Oof.
Wow.
That's painful and irritating.
Yeah.
And you can't.
I mean, you can.
Can't be going at it in public either.
You can, but.
Well, you can, right. See, man, I missed the fair.
Yeah. Would we see, if we were at the fair, anybody demonstrating a painful rectal issue?
Oh, for sure. That's got to be on the bingo card, doesn't it?
I don't know, Adam. Some sort of booty itch, yes, but painful?
I mean, you can't really tell from a distance. I mean, if somebody's back there, they're back there. That's all there is to it.
Adam, if it's painful, I think you can tell.
Yes, I think you can.
I think you can. Dan's acting like one is the same as the other.
Well, I mean, if they're back there scratching, you don't know if it's painful or not. How are you supposed to tell?
Because the person's in pain, is in anguish, Dan. It's not. We've seen people who have a proclivity to itch in that general area too much.
Just because you have a low tolerance of pain doesn't mean the rest of us do, Chad. I mean, people can soldier through. They can get through life with painful stuff back there.
I would say a divorce attorney is calling you. Adam, we've been there before. That's not the most pleasant.
Any attorney, really.
What if it's an attorney who's telling you he's representing you and a large amount of cash has come your way?
I'm dubious about it. I think that's a scam.
Is he also a Nigerian prince?
How many phone calls a day do you guys get that a warranty on a car that you've never owned once in your life is up? and they want to help you out.
I don't ever get that one. Honestly, I don't know. I've never gotten it. What I get is somebody that wants to buy my parents' house in Arizona, and for some reason thinks I own the house. I get that one all the time.
Texter, I step out of the car for 10 minutes and you're all on the painful rectal itching. LOL. What did I miss in the transition? It's a regular segment now, Adam.
What makes you itch? 651-989-9226.
Okay, since we did talk so much Afghanistan in the first hour, and it's terrible and it's awful, Dan, I told you I've got a parking story. I want to do it now.
Okay.
All right. So I want to explain this parking dilemma I faced yesterday, and who was in the right? Who was in the right? Was the woman who gave me a stare like she wished, painful rectal itching on me forever? Was she in the right? Or was I in the right? And should she be my daddy the way she gave me that look? That topic, along with, who knows, many more painful rectal itching stories when we come back. All right, the storms are moving through the metro area, and they're going to come in waves. You know, Adam's our news guy on this show, but Adam didn't even care about the weather, so Susie Jones had to step in. Thank you, Susie, for helping us out while Adam is day drinking. What do we have, Susie?
He had actually stepped out for lunch, as had Laura, and so we have a siren that goes off in the newsroom if there's severe weather, and it just goes. So I listened, and it said there's.
Well, it also goes off when I arrive. It's like,
yeah.
You know,
holy buckets.
Hottie alert.
Here he is. Run for the hills. The National Weather Service in the Twin Cities has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southern Hennepin County and northeastern Carver County. So that is the area out west, Independence, Mound, Chaska, and 60-mile-an-hour winds, Chad. So nothing to, nothing
Very
to
serious.
scoff at. And they say, be ready. There could be roof siding, trees down, so be careful for that. Minneapolis, Bloomington, Plymouth, all kind of in the path. But as you mentioned, this is the first of it. We knew it was coming, and it might last very well through Sunday, and we might end up getting a heck of a lot of rain. So just be prepared, though, if the winds pick up.
Just remind folks where it's at now.
147 severe thunderstorms were located along a line from Independence to near Mound to near Chaska, moving east at 40 miles per hour, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and they say expect damage to roof, siding, and trees. And again, those located areas, locations that will be impacted include Minneapolis, Bloomington, Plymouth, Eden Prairie, Minnetonka, Edina, St. Louis Park, Richfield, Brooklyn Center, Chaska, Chanhassen, and Golden Valley. So, my neighborhood, your neighborhood.
I'm here right now.
Are you? Well,
thank you, Susie.
2:15 is when it expires. So.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds great. As you know, Adam, that's where Independence is where Horse Breath is located. And considering I've now determined that golf is my daddy, is it possible I'm cheering for Horse Breath just to be destroyed, so that would help me kick the addiction?
Well, that's a little strong, but no.
That seems a little strong, doesn't it, that I would ruin it for everybody else?
Take some trees out, you could take some impediments out of the way, but...
It's strong, but there's a non-zero chance. That's exactly
making the golf hole bigger. That's what I need.
Heads up for the fairgoers, too. If you're out at the fair, that's probably, it's going to be another half hour or so. It's going to get ugly.
Yes. Get up on that veranda, WCCO Radio. Is the door open for people to get inside if they need to?
I don't think we're a designated shelter area, so no, I don't believe the door is open.
No. What color is the WCCO Weather Watch today? They're dead to us. We have nothing to do with... Is it time for us to change our name, Carter? WCCO TV is not changing their name. We're coming up, though, on 100 years, right?
We had it first.
Did we have it first?
Yes. WCCO? Yeah.
Well, They need to change. Stare down. But they're not going to change. So we have to acknowledge that. They're not going to change. They're the bigger bully than we are. Should we dump WCCO Radio? Just to point out again, we're owned by two different companies and we have nothing to do with each other. What do you think?
No.
Dan, dump it or keep it?
No. Way too much value in that brand. Yeah. Dump it.
Yeah, no, I agree. Brad Lane with another excellent suggestion. What's the bar for a guest to have a legitimate reason to dump out as a guest on the show? An emergency dental procedure, yes, Adam.
That's on the list.
That qualifies, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess.
I mean, you want to text the colonel and tell him it was a bad
If it's
idea?
also a colonel who you're terrified of.
Then by all means. Whatever excuse he gives is good enough for me.
Yes. Is painful rectal itching enough of an issue for you?
If it's painful, no. If it's not, deal with it.
Yeah, Dan, I don't think that qualifies.
I mean, you can stand up and do the interview. You don't have to be sitting down. You'll be fine.
Yeah, no. I don't think it does. To the person who's saying radio came before TV, sarcasm. I would hope you might get sarcasm occasionally. Maybe you didn't. I'm eating a late lunch. Stop with the itching talk. No. No. This is a podcast show. This is a daily show. No, we're not going to stop with it. I'm saving the parking story for tomorrow, too. Had issues with my backside at the doctor. Dropped my pants, and the doctor responded, "Oh, my."
Oh, that's never good. That can't be good. No.
Carter, is that what you want to hear?
Unless that doctor is George Takei, no, I do not want to hear that.
Or if it's the dark man.
Or if it's Dick Enberg.
Oh, my. Dick Enberg.
Oh, my.
Was not appreciated enough, his brilliance, but I think at the end his "oh my" almost was used too much.
Yeah, he might have leaned on it too much.
Tough on Dick. Dick was fantastic. Linda's Construction time check is 1:58. Time to request a free estimate on energy-saving Infinity from Marvin Windows. Devin and Dara next hour.
Coming September 1st, Rewind 9/11.
Today, we've had a national tragedy.
An incredible plane crash into the World Trade Center.
A look back at the tragedy of that day.
Another explosion has taken place at the Pentagon.
It became very apparent that what was happening was terrorism.
Fox News presents Rewind 9/11.
People who knock these buildings down will hear all of us soon.
Listen on Odyssey.
CuriosityStream has thousands of documentary films and shows available on demand on any device. We're the Netflix for nerds, the Hulu for history buffs, the Disney Plus for the scientist in us. There sure are a lot of streaming services, aren't there? CuriosityStream is the one you definitely need if you're the type to nature dock and chill, if you're an armchair astronaut, if you prefer physics to psychics, or perhaps you know a precocious paleontologist. Go to curiositystream.com to learn more and sign up today.